welcome. Seriously, a massive welcome to a John Legg fragrance review. You know what, please, I'll tell you from the outset, I'm no professional, I'm no expert, I haven't got a clue how to edit videos, how to make things bounce up and down and all the fancy stuff. Seriously, this whole channel is probably the least professional fragrance channel on the whole of YouTube. But you know what? Hopefully you will forgive my lack of professionalism, my lack of complete knowledge for the passion that I have for fragrances. I have an absolutely humongous fragrance collection. You know what? It grows pretty much weekly, sometimes daily. I have a massive fragrance collection. I have a massive passion for fragrance, and my aim with this channel is simple: pass the passion on to you, and hopefully you will be inspired to wear a good fragrance every single day. Don't matter what you're doing, who you're going to be with, what place you're going to be at, it doesn't matter. Please wear a good fragrance, keep the smile, and you'll have so much better a day. Now, here in the UK, we're kind of, you can't really see out the windows, can you? Okay, it's sort of autumn, kind of winter. Okay, we've had our first ground frost today. All right, okay, white stuff everywhere, all over the car, all over the grass. Okay, we are hitting the sort of winter, end of the autumn into the winter. And that means that you have to select a different kind of fragrance to what you've been wearing in the warmer weather. Okay, I'm telling you stuff you already know. But here we go. Fragrances tend to be either for a warmer weather or for the cooler weather. There are some which will do all year round. But this particular fragrance, I've tried wearing it in the heat of the summer, and I felt like I was an ice cream, kind of like a melting vanilla ice cream. It just kind of really annoyed me. It didn't work. But as soon as the autumn and the winter and the cold, dark, damp months come, this fragrance comes into its own. This fragrance sort of wakes up and says, right, this is me. This is what I'm built for. We're not going to talk about the real thing though. Well, we will mention the real thing, but we are talking about this one. It is called Proud of You Absolute, and it is made by the mighty Fragrance World. Okay, now to compare it, because it's obviously a clone of Stronger With You Absolutely. And I have to be honest, I'll be straight up with you, I don't have a full bottle of that. I only have a sample, which you can see I've used an awful lot of the sample. I've never actually gone out and bought a full-size bottle. I don't know why. It is an absolutely stunning, cool winter weather sort of fragrance. Cozy and perfect for the cold. But I've never gone out and bought a full-size bottle. Anyway, Fragrance World have sort of filled that gap. In fact, look at that. It looks like the top of my head, doesn't it? Okay, this is chrome. My head's sort of, I don't know, skin. Normally, Fragrance World absolutely hit the screw on the head with a hammer. You know, they're normally, smell-wise and performance-wise, Fragrance World absolutely nail that screw. And you know what? They absolutely have on this one. This one is no exception. Okay, let's take the cap off, let's spray it, and let's try and talk you through this fragrance. Proud of You Absolute. Let's just reveal a little bit more skin up the arm, and let's spray it. Alright, now I don't normally talk about the presentation and the silly barcode and the sprayer and all that sort of thing, but I've got to mention the sprayer on this one. I have never come across such a random sprayer, and I don't know if it'll pick it up on the camera. The sprayer, when you hit it, right, Bits go forward, bits go sideways, some bits go backwards, and if you spray it a couple of times, it starts dribbling down your finger. This is the most random atomizer ever. And you're going to say, Leggy, man, is that bad? Right, no, I actually find it ridiculously amusing, because if it goes on your skin, it is seriously more luck than judgment. This atomizer has caused me so many giggles. And you're going to say, Leggy, should I not buy it for the atomizer? No, because you'll probably find just as much amusement. I'm going to spray it again. Look at that, it just goes everywhere. You've almost got to move your arm to, or wherever you're spraying it, to try and get the fragrance. Okay, it is a random atomizer. And the little metal collar is loose, it sort of floats, and I say it sort of ends up dribbling everywhere. Don't let that put you off, because this fragrance, 100 millilitres of the Eau de Parfum, I bought this on eBay for £16.99 British money. Now, the original Armani for the 100ml, I believe, is around about sort of £75 to £80. It is not a cheap fragrance, but this one is. Okay. What, Leggy? Cut out all the waffle and tell us what this fragrance is all about. Well, the bit that went on the skin I can tell you about. Seriously, no, sorry. The atomizer's not funny. It is actually. Right, now, this fragrance is all about vanilla. Okay, it's the most gloopy, gorgeous, rich, deep vanilla surrounded by other notes. You know what, someone said to me recently, said, Leggy, I noticed most of the time you smell like some kind of vanilla. And I went, is that a problem? And they went, no, it's just various degrees of vanilla that you smell like. Oh, okay, that's probably why I'm massively attracted to this crazy good fragrance, because the vanilla, the heart of this, I think it's Madagascar vanilla, you know, the purest, deepest, richest vanilla. Okay, who does not like vanilla? No hands go up in the room, because vanilla is very universally accepted. If that's even kind of words, I don't know. So, the vanilla is the heart of this. It is surrounded by peppers, which give it a slightly slight twist. The vanilla and the peppers kind of really work well. At the top of this fragrance, and this is where the magic is, this is where it differs from another sort of standard vanilla fragrance. It has like a boozy element. I did look up on the Armani website and it's rum. I couldn't have told you it was actually rum, but there is a nice sort of booziness. So it's a slightly boozy, very gloopy vanilla with a woody element, okay. And the other thing is, when you smell it, you kind of get the feeling that it's been burnt. Now, I don't mean it's smoky, and I don't mean it's like charred. I just mean as though all the ingredients were put together and like a flame has just licked across them. It doesn't smell smoky and it doesn't smell burnt. It just smells like a flame has just kissed those ingredients. Okay, it's really well put together, and it is very, very beautiful in terms of what it does. Okay, I will say, compared to the original Armani, when you first spray the fragrance world, the bits that go on your skin and you smell them, you kind of go, that's a little bit synthetic. All right, it's not disappointingly synthetic, and it's not sort of chemical or alcohol where you go, oh, that's terrible. You just get the overall feeling that it's somewhat synthetic, and I don't mean that as put you off this fragrance at all, because after 20 minutes that sort of synthetic-iness, and I don't know what it is, whether they're using a real synthetic sort of rum note, I don't know, but it does smell synthetic for the first 20 minutes. I say it's not off-putting, and it's not something where you turn your nose up at and say I just couldn't wear it, because 20 minutes in this settles down. I suppose, all right, most fragrances are kind of human, aren't they? Especially the clones. They've got to settle down. I mean, all right, when you get up on a morning, are you like straight into it? Or are you like sort of opening one eye, thinking what day is it? You know, have your first coffee and your first tea. And about 20 minutes, half hour into the day, you go, okay, I'm ready for the day. This fragrance is exactly the same. It just comes across as slightly synthetic as it settles down. Once it settles down, it is absolutely gorgeous. If you want me to tell you how close it is to the original Armani, I'm going to say it's about a 90 to 95%. It is ridiculously close. Up close, it's probably not as close, but in the air, it's perfect. It's absolutely stunning. It's a really, really beautiful composition by breaking these teeth in for a camel. Fragrance World have absolutely got it spot on. Say between 90 and 95% the same as the original. And you're going to say, Leggy, what about the performance? Okay. I just love this atomizer. Some of it goes on you, some of it just goes everywhere. Okay. Now, the performance, the overall experience with this fragrance is about 4.5 to 5 hours. Sometimes a little bit longer, okay? But generally speaking, you get 4.5 to 5 hours. It goes a little bit further as a skin scent. By the next morning, it's not there, it's gone, okay? It sticks to clothes quite well. Clothes is all day. For the first hour, excuse me, some of it must have gone up my nose, literally. Okay, for the first hour and a half, you get a nice, gentle radiation. I'm not going to say it's a wild projection, I'm not going to say it fills rooms and that sort of thing, but you get a nice, gentle radiation, and as you're walking around, the stuff is trailing off you beautifully, okay? Stick it, if you're bald, stick it all over your head, because it goes everywhere. Okay, so does the fragrance. Okay, so the first hour and a half, there's a nice radiation. And then after the hour and a half, for the rest of the time, up to about 4.5, maybe 5 hours, it sort of dips down and it becomes quite a close scent bubble. If someone comes into your space, they will smell it. Okay, so is there any downsides? Other than the fact that realistically, it's very, very seasonal. If you live in a hot country, I would not recommend it. You know, if you never have like a proper winter, you know, this really isn't suitable for the warmer weather. This, if you live in a cold country, or if you live in the UK where most of our sort of temperature's quite cool, this is perfect. Absolutely proud of you. Absolute. Remember how many times I've tried to get the word absolute into this review? It's absolutely incredible. Right, so would I recommend it? I absolutely would. See the way I did that? Drop it again. Okay, so very, very, very close to the original. Very, very nice. Peppers, rum, vanilla, slightly woody. I mean, I think according to the website there's some lavender in there. You don't really get the lavender. The vanilla, seriously, the vanilla is just a gorgeous heart in this one, and it's so cozy, it's so welcoming, and it is so perfect for the cooler weather. You know, this is absolutely gorgeous on a cold winter's day. This, seriously, this will keep a smile on your face. Okay, it absolutely will. Right, I really, really appreciate you being here at this channel. You know what, I so appreciate comments. I love thumbs up because they just keep me going, and I would love you, I'd love you to come back for the next review, because all being well, there will be another one. In the meantime though, please, please, please stay safe. Please stay safe, and promise me that you will wear a good fragrance every day, no matter what you're doing. You know, even if you are just going to stay around the house and get some jobs done, if you're going to the gym, if you're going to your place of worship, if you're going to work, wherever you are going, you're just going up to the shops, seriously, stick a spray of fragrance. You'll smile, you'll enjoy, and you never know, you might get a compliment. But even if you don't get a compliment, for your own well-being, trust me, you'll feel so much better, and you'll have so much betterer day, if better is even a word, than without a fragrance. I'm going to love you and leave you now. I hope to see you next time. Till then, spray and take care. Goodbye. Never find the off button.